Hey, hey, come on in here, come on in here. There's all of the things going on. I'm so excited to be here. It has been already a amazing kickoff to the summer. So thank you everyone who has taken the time to join me because we've been on a little bit of a break, huh? Yeah. I just want to, take a second to say hello and get some people's attention before I get ready to kick off for fall because we are busy over here and we are excited. And I have missed everyone, but as you can see just from posting, busy with the kids, and it's a great time. It's always the best of times, even trying to schedule all of the things, but we're getting it done. So I'm excited to catch up with you. We've kicked off everything beautifully, and we are just trying to make sure that we're ready for fall and winter. Those are basically out some of our busiest months, and I'm here for you today just for that gut check, a literal gut check, because we all need it. So I thank you for your time. So, first, if you don't know who I am Jacque Moore Cheryl, or Coach Kui if you're on my email list or all the other places. And I am the founder, CEO, and head coach here at FabFit Coaching, where we just help women blast through unwanted belly fat and different things like that and just feel generally great about themselves in and out of their clothes. So, when I'm talking about the gut check that I want to bring up is just that essentially, we've all said it over and over in some form or fashion about I'll start tomorrow. I'm going to do this tomorrow. It's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow's the best of intentions. And most of the time, we actually mean that. But with our list of things to do, we may get to it, or it may be halfway, or something to that manner, right? And maybe you do start, but after a while, you kind of find yourselves more focused on another restart because you weren't really committed to the start. And then it's another tomorrow, and it's just kind of like, well, that wasn't really working out for us. So, hold on. So it's been coming up for me a lot lately, just to keep us encouraged because we're on the track to moving forward till we're 90. And that means so much. So, when we're saying, maybe we are going to start tomorrow, but, what we want is the truth, which is whether you're talking about working out, or maybe you want to clean up your diet, or maybe you want to get more sleep, which is something, all of the things that a lot of my clients struggle with, and myself sometimes too. When we have the I'll start tomorrow mindset, this can be a huge obstacle between you and just being successful or your goals. So the more that you're saying it, or even it's looming in your head, the bigger that obstacle is going to grow and just kind of take you away from just getting stuff done. And it's, to be clear, it's not laziness, right? I'm not ever going to try to say that you're lazy. But what I am going to say is that it's not clear. It's not clear. Clear, there's no clarity there because there's not a plan. So a lot of it's about fear, maybe the fear of the change or the impact of the change, or maybe that you'll be successful. A lot of that takes into account as to why we want to delay things and starting things. But, that can be kind of sneaky because it's like you're not really, you may start, but you're going to start with like one foot in the door, right? And it just becomes harder and harder to believe that you can actually do it because, of course, you're further and further away from your actual goal. So instead of waiting till tomorrow, why don't we start with one small things? Because I coach a lot of former athletes, and I've talked about this a lot. A lot of times we have the all or nothing mentality, right? Like if we can't go all the way or go hard, then what's the point of really doing it? And this is also just with really, really successful women who, in general, have just poured themselves into something, whether it be their career or their family, and that's the only way that they know how to do things. Where really, if you just pipe down and bring it back, start with one thing small. It might not be your whole body into the thing that you're doing, but it's definitely 1 inch closer to your goal than not even trying at all. So in terms of health and fitness and your wellness, taking a walk around the block, instead of, committing to a long-term workout plan, and something that that you might never do is a good start. Or, dinner, or just making one choice, like saying, okay, at breakfast, because that is the most important way to start your day. My breakfast for every week is going to be stellar with protein, and I'm going to just start myself off right, so that way by like 2 o'clock I'm not crashing, falling asleep, and or um ravenous and wanting something, so that comfort and that greasiness, because you started your morning off right. you know and another thing, if you're thinking about ordering a box, don't do it. I've talked to you many times. Chat me on the other side. Do not order any meal boxes. Plain no, just don't. You'll be mad at yourself. Um, but also, maybe just moving more, right? I should be standing while I'm doing this today. And forgive me if I'm distracting you. I should be walking, but I have to do that during meetings. Sometimes I'm standing and I'm walking. But any type of movement, just setting your alarm on your phone and being intentional, like, okay, last 15 minutes of every hour, I'm just going to stand up and work. Especially if you're in meetings, like, you don't have to be like walking in place like I do sometimes, but just standing is really, really huge for helping you. Or you could sign up for a shorter term program. I mean, I have several. Hello. I've got month long programs, succinct programs, just depending on what your needs are. But, just start with something that is small and achievable. You'll feel great about yourself. It'll put you in a position that you are at least like one step closer, but at the same time, you're not committing to the whole thing. So the whole point is just for you to start. All we've got is today, and we want to make it count. And it's not all or nothing. You're doing great. We have time. As I've said, to my family lots while we've been on vacation and just enjoying ourselves, I intend, and those around me, I want us to live well beyond 90, which means that we have time for several careers. You've got time for several different phases of relationships, and all you have time. So instead of just telling yourself that it's too late for you and you couldn't possibly turn things around, when you allow yourself the capacity, like, I've got time to do this, and it doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to all be done today. It's just amazing to help you reframe, like, okay, what is important right now? What is urgent right now? Those are where I'm going to focus. But in the interim, I'm going to be doing these things just to keep me together, right? So, we have our flagship program, which is our accelerator program, for anyone that's trying to smash 20 pounds or so. But like I mentioned, we have lots of other shorter term alternatives just to get you going, just so that you can start, so you can get some momentum and feeling good about yourself, have some tools that are quick and easy for you right there on your phone through our app. And, we just want you to learn how to fuel your body. We've got a long race, like I said, going well beyond 90, right? So we want to fuel our body with the right things that's going to give us good nutrients, energy, performance in whatever we're doing, whether that's working, family stuff, all of it. You want to have fitness that fits your life. No one's asking you to be a model. We're just asking you to have the strength and the bone health that's going to help you well into your 90s, right? And you also just want to have confidence. You ever notice, like, if you see something on Instagram or somewhere like that, and you're like, oh, this is cool, I like it, and either you heart it or you bookmark it, and then next thing you know, your whole, feed is flooded with that. And if you don't have the right confidence or knowledge, that can sometimes spiral you down a road where you're like, I don't know. Now I feel terrible about myself. I don't know anything. And you just start signing up for stuff. And that's not the way that we want you to go. But also just having a supportive community around you of coaches and also, people who become like teammates and friends, that are, also on this, like, hey, we want to make it as well till we're 90. Those are the people you want to be around because they're talking about investing decisions. They're talking about, you know, their future of their children. They're talking beyond just the immediate right now. They're talking about well into it because that's where they plan to be here. So, I would love to tell you more about my programs, but even better, I can do you one better. I want you to check out our free scorecard that is just released. Yes, 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 our quiz, to see exactly what you may need to start, right? Like today. It's quick. And after I've coached hundreds of working women, especially the mamas, I have the insight to be able, you put in like what you like to do, what you don't like to do, what your time looks like, blah, 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 blah. And then I shoot you back in like the quiz probably takes 2 minutes. I shoot you back my recommendations for what you need to do to start. You don't have to talk to anybody. You don't have to like feel crazy, but it is just a quick recommendation from a professional who's helped tons of women with their health and fitness and all that's in between, so that you can feel great and you can feel great in no time and at least know, okay, where am I going to start? So, with that being said, I want you guys to check that out. If you do want to check that out, please, please, please just go ahead, and you can either DM me or you can chat below in this and just let us know, DM us the word quiz and we will get that right over to you so that you can complete it. But as always, I'm sorry. This is a little over 10 minutes, but I hope that you've enjoyed your lunch. Get up, go do something. I will see you next week. And remember, you've got a long way to go. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but I look forward to talking to you next week.